Hi, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Cancer, this is your general reading, and I've set the time frame to basically all of June. The beginning of June towards the beginning of July. Isn't it crazy that we're we're coming into July? We're just entered June, so let's just do one thing at a time. But still, it's just weird. 2021. We're in the 21st year. Cancer was been. Are you kidding me? Okay. We're gonna see here what you. It's like an explosion. It's like an explosion of cards. So that energy might be meaningful to you. That there's an explosion. It wasn't like taking really, really long, and then it was an explosion. Like you've been waiting for something to manifest for such a long time, and then all of a sudden there's an explosion with everything. It's like it was really quick. I barely like picked the deck up, and then there was an immediate explosion. So to me, that just feels like if you just give it a little bit of focus, whatever it is that you want to see a change in, a manifestation in, what you want to bring into your life, what you want to experience. If you just give it a little bit of attention, a little bit of focus, it's going to explode. And a little bit of focus doesn't mean 2 minutes. You know, we do these things for 3 days and it's like, this doesn't work. 3 days, really? You know, but 3 days can feel like a lifetime. So if you hang in there for a month, if you give it a little bit of focus, and I'm telling you, if you just really stay focused on something, like my little boy is 3 years, I'm going to get to these cards in a moment. My little boy, right over 3 years old, you know, when he sets his mind, to something, on something, he's like the most tenacious. I'm like, oh my God, for the love of myself, yes, it's going to come. Yeah, like the ice cream truck the other day. Is that the ice cream truck? No, that's the sound of a lawnmower. Uh, any little bell thing, is that the ice cream truck? Is the ice cream truck gonna come? Yeah, it's gonna come. I can't tell exactly when it's gonna come, but it's gonna come. And when it comes, we're gonna hear the bell, like we're gonna hear the sound from the ice cream truck. And so just give it a moment, and he'll do something, I kid you not, for 30 seconds. And then it's like, is that the ice cream truck? Like, he's so focused. And it's not like, he's not here, it hasn't come yet. Like, it's not a failed attempt, and he's not asking for it to manifest it. He's just so freaking eager for it to come. And for each time, are we there yet? Is that, for the love of God, are we there yet? I mean, of course, that's every once in a while it shows up. But you know what I mean? There's like an eagerness. There's a curiosity. There's like a, is the ice cream truck here yet? Like, is that it? It's with wonder, with awe, every time he asks. And he just never ends the asking. And it's like, oh, you're the cutest thing, but kill me now. Because it's like the repetition. But, you know, they do it for the result. Yes, but like we visualize to have a result. We are disappointed that the result hasn't shown up yet. He's one with his ice cream truck, and he just keeps asking about it with wonder and awe until it actually shows up. I have to tell you, sorry for taking a little bit of time, but this is probably important for you, or I wouldn't be inspired to tell you this, Cancer. The other day, he was asking about his friend, this next door neighbor, his little cute friend, Linnea in Swedish. So he kept asking about her, like he wanted so much to play with her. And I was like, she's probably still in school, or she's like, they're not home yet. And even if they were, we need to go to a grocery store. So even if you just now started to play with her, you could only play like 1 minute, and then we would have to leave. So it's better that we go to the grocery store, we come back, and then you start playing with her. And he just kept asking, and he kept asking. He was on a ice cream truck rant, but for Linnea. Is Linnea home? Is she there yet? Can I go knock on her door? Can I go play with her? Is she gonna play with me? And I just kept answering like no, like no, and wasn't bogging his like light down with it. I just kept saying it's not gonna happen now. It's not gonna happen now. But still, it's not gonna happen now. Like we're gonna go to the grocery store. So he just kept his light, and even though I resisted it, even though I sort of made really sure for him that he was not gonna see her now, he just kept asking. And then he was really okay still to go to the grocery store. I was like, can we go to the grocery store? Are you up for it? Like, do you want to be home with your brother or do you want to come with me to the grocery store? And then we just ended up all going to the grocery store. And it was like, he was completely fine with that as well. He was like, okay, so he dropped it. Okay, we're just going to go to the grocery store. And we did not put our foot like 1 meter into the store before, guess who was there? Linnea. And so he like literally manifested her into the freaking store. He could not wait to play with her, which resulted in her mom going on home by herself and his friend just taking a little stroll, a little walk with us, like holding hands all the way. It's so freaking cute. Holding hands all the way home on a little walk. He just kept asking for her, And if he felt that he was going to see her at the store, I don't know. Not consciously. I just mean that the tenacity, the never giving up, but still completely fine with going to the grocery store. He was not sad about going to the grocery store. He wasn't giving up his dream about playing with his friend that day, but he was just completely fine about going to the grocery store. So in a sense, he was a little bit releasing the wish, or releasing the wish. Releasing the resistance for the wish to take place, if that makes sense. And he just fully went with going to the grocery store, and there she was. She wasn't at home. She wasn't outside. She was at the grocery store. So it's like the universe will organize. If you keep a light around whatever it is that you want, the universe will organize it. And even in the place where we were so sure, I was so sure, I banked it that they were not going to see each other now. He needed to wait until we came back home. And my resistance to his wish still didn't hinder him from... So there's something about you wanting to manifest something, and if you just keep a light mind around it, a curiosity, a playfulness around it, and you don't visualize stuff for it to happen, you visualize it because it's so freaking juicy to visualize it. Because it's so yummy to think about the ice cream truck and when it's going to show up and what it's going to give you, right? You're not thinking about it to visualize it showing up. Are you with me in the difference? And also, even though other people, you might bring your wish, you might bring your manifestational, like your dream, your fantasy, you might bring that to other people, and they might actually not be on board. They might actually not talk your talk, like they might not agree with your dream, and still understand that even your mom is not going to have your dream be shut down. In fact, the universe is going to bring the dream to you wherever you go. You don't have to stay home for the dream. You don't have to be in a certain place for the dream. You don't have to just go about your day, and the universe will bring the party to you. So 8 minutes in, that's what I have to start off saying to you for some reason. And I'm trusting it. So 4 cards exploding out of my hands. First one, originality. So you could have an Aquarius placement somewhere, somehow. You could have interactions with the Aquarius sign right now, or you just generalizing it. Aquarius for me is all about freedom, is blazing your own trail, is sort of going where nobody else has ever gone before, is doing it your way. By Cancer, this is very much playing with, I don't know why I get that today, but it's like playing with the elements. It's as though I see you with a fire skirt. And obviously this could be for a man as well. I see you with a fire skirt and playing it with the water there. It's at the same time, it's like you're dragging up the water like that. There's something with the elements, and then it almost looks like smoke behind you. Smoke and mirrors. Something about the elements, smoke and mirrors, like you're playing with the elements. So can we just clarify this straight away for Cancer, please? Why is the originality card here for Cancer? see a rainbow in the card. I see magnolias, which for me is like the most thriving under harsh circumstances. It's just thriving still. It doesn't care that it's like hardship around them. Queen of Gabriel. Is there something else around this card? Queen of Gabriel. So Queen of Gabriel for me is somebody who's very confident, who knows what she wants, who goes after what she wants. And she's also like she's like my boy. She doesn't take no for an answer. She has her plan and she's sticking to it. And the Queen for me also is very much about growth, maturity, evolution, ascension. Like the Queen has done so much personal growth, so much spiritual growth. And then there's a cat sitting right in front of her feet, which to me talks about loving yourself, respecting yourself. So playing with the elements, I don't know if I'm too sure about the specifics of it, rather than just the feeling of, okay, if we balance out like equally much fire as we have equally much water, you're playing with the elements, like you know what you want, and you're finding a balance within it. Is the Queen. You go after what you want, and you're getting more and more comfortable. That's interesting. It feels like you're getting more comfortable, not in achieving what you want, but comfortable accepting the things you want. Does that make sense? That's so interesting. Like, it's almost like you have a dream, or you had a dream a long time ago, and it's like, or 2 days ago, and it's like you go, is that even a dream? Is that even a wish? Can somebody even wish for that? Like, for whatever reason why you might shut it down is like, is the dream too large? Is it too phony? Is it too out of reach? Is it too like expensive? Whatever this is it too out of the ordinary? You know, and then it's like you come to terms with your own dream. It's like, no, this is my dream. This is the dream that I want. It's almost like settling in and deciding that yes, this is the dream. So I don't even feel like for you it's the manifestation in itself. Like, how do I bring it about? Is that the dream itself is okay to have. Does that make sense? And that's a big step. I mean, probably Cancer, there's not a lot of people walking around this earth dreaming their biggest dream because they don't have the guts or the confidence to dream it or to hold it. Very interesting hairdo here today. Okay, next card out is the I was not gonna say unicorn. It was just because I saw the sphere. Intuition, but let's talk about the unicorn, but because surely that looks like a unicorn as well. So if you listened to me before, that you know that unicorns and peacocks are my indicator that a soulmate connection is around you. So there might be a soulmate connection in the wings for you to connect with, for you to start a new relationship with. But it's basically my intuition card saying, pay attention to what's going on right now. You just feel very, very confident, Cancer. There's something about you've highlighted something. I see the light there and the intuition. You've highlighted something. You've circled around something. It's like you nailed it down. You narrowed it down to like, this is... I don't know if you heard that. She's just making weird noises now. No, I don't know if you heard that. Car at the same time, honking the horn. So I don't know if you've been scattered, and if this is actually around an actual relationship, take it however it resonates for you. If this is an actual relationship and it has been multiple relationships and you've been sort of like, Cancer, you might have had multiple suitors, like multiple romantic people being interested in you, and you haven't really known which way to go, or which route is the best one for you, which person is the best one for you. It's like you narrow it down. It sounds like you have 100 suitors, but you narrow it down, and it's like you know now more specifically which route you want to take. You know now more specifically which person you want to date. Even though it's still 2 people, it's not 5 anymore, it's not 10 anymore. It's like you narrowed it down. If this is something else, if this is like in your dream state, like you, and I'm talking about when you sleep, but in like daydreaming, like what you want, maybe you've been wanting, I don't know, Cancer, if you're like me, you know those people when they are born and they are now 30 years old, and they're being interviewed, and they have this major success. They can be artists, and it can be anybody, and they interview them and they say, you know, ever since I was 6 years old, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and it was like I never had a plan B. I never had a plan B. This was all I was always going to make like I was always going to be a basketball player. I was always going to sing. I was always going to bake. Like I knew that was my path. I was 6 years old and I expressed it to everyone around me. I'm so freaking jealous of that, or I've been jealous of that until like finding my path, because it feels like for me, and it feels like you resonate with this, it feels like I could have done 100 things. It wasn't a sure thing, like this is the thing that I want to do. I either was interested in everything or interested in nothing. It wasn't that one thing, like I have to do you know how you hear those people where they say, you know, this was life or death for me. This is like, I had to do it. I was like, really? Well, I could do that, but I could also do that, and I can also do that. Like, there's so many things that are so interesting, and there's so many things that I feel like I had like a pull towards, or nothing in particular. For years, nothing. Is that interesting? Yeah, sure. But do I want to get up early for it in the morning to really practice it? No, probably not. And so it feels like there's something around it that you have narrowed it down now, that you have finally come to terms with, you know what, I try this thing now. And it doesn't mean that for the rest of your life you have to do this now. You found your thing, and now for the rest of your life you have to do it. But at least you know that this is what you want to focus in on for a while. And then the beauty of life is that you can change, and you can change, and you can change. And that's the beauty then, to then find out that, oh my God, I can do this for 5 years, and then I can do this for 5 years. Where a lot of people, they're doing what they're doing for the rest of their life. And hopefully they're very satisfied in it. There's something about narrowing it down. And if this is your dreams, like I talked about, there's something about really listening in, really paying attention to what you're the most drawn to at this point. Very different reading here today, but I'm going with the flow. I'm going with what I'm feeling, so I hope it's interesting for you. So why is the intuition card here for Cancer, please? Why is the intuition card here? I love it. 2 and 8. So first, it is a kindred spirit. There is a soulmate connection here. So you're making a connection with someone, and it's not. And so if you have narrowed it down to like 2 people or 3 people, you're gonna soon enough know exactly who it is. Maybe I'm not receiving this. I'm just saying as a, like, if you have connected with people on social media or like through an internet dating app or something like that, and you have like really interesting prospects, if we can call them prospects, and you're going for coffee with 3 people. After those 3 meetings, you'll know exactly who it is. Like, I thought, like, you had a pull towards several people, but at the end of the day, you're gonna know for sure. Like, this, it's not even gonna be a question. So 2 of Rafa. So there's a lot of healing. I just feel you coming together with this person, it's gonna unlock a lot of things for you, and it's gonna heal a lot of things for you. I feel like this might be the person that you completely feel like you can be like your authentic self with. And that's due to you having grown so much and figured it out on your own first. It's not like this person is so extraordinary so that they just have you be exactly who you are. That's giving way too much credit to another person. This is you figuring out who you are first, and now you're attracting somebody else that is allowing you to be exactly who you are. But it's always nice to be in the company of somebody that gets you, and that you sort of you don't have to dim your shine in whatever capacity. An 8 of Gabriel. This is like when, I felt this explosion because of the cards came out in the way that they did. I'm actually going to read out of the book. 8 of Gabriel. So I just want to first say, 8 is all about the infinity. As above, so below. You're bringing in what you want to bring in, like your person, your dreams, your wishes, like you're bringing it in. It's endless possibilities with the number 8. And there's a lot of freedom and a lot of messages with those birds around you. Just want to say that first. 8 of Gabriel. Gabriela. 8 of Gabriel. Suddenly, as we felt the explosion, things are moving at a very fast pace. All delays are over, and now the sky is the limit. It may be a little overwhelming, but it also feels good to see your plans moving forward. It could feel as though there are too many things going on at once, so it will be necessary to stay grounded. It's important to have a very organized plan, but the Queen of Gabriel does. A very organized plan so that things don't spin out of control. I just have to say though, isn't it fun? Isn't it just fun to hear that you're going to have so many awesome things going on that you want to anchor yourself in so that you don't spin out of control. It's not like you're spinning out of control because you have so little money that you don't know how to get your next meal. There's so many beautiful things coming in at once that you need to anchor yourself in. Isn't that beautiful? New information or messages, yes, with all those birds, come your way. It's a good time to promote yourself or your business. Communication is accurately received by all parties right now. And the additional meanings of this card is too many balls in the air, flashes of inspiration, immediate results. That's so interesting. Immediate results. So that's what I felt like. If you just give it a little bit of attention, just hold your focus there, it's going to explode. Immediate results. So, I mean, a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So I just feel like there's this shift going on for you. All of a sudden, there's your person. All of a sudden, your wishes are coming true. All of a sudden, there's this overwhelming, so many opportunities at once that you don't want. Maybe that's what the narrow it down is about as well. You've been trying to figure out what it is that you want, and now you narrow it down, and this is what you want, and then you open up, and all of a sudden, there's a lot of all of a sudden here. That might be the title of this little movie. All of a sudden, there's so many opportunities coming your way that you need to narrow it down, to figure out which one speaks the most to me at this moment. But still, it's a quite privileged place to be in, isn't it? It's so beautiful that you have so many choices that you're a little bit overwhelmed because you have so much beauty to choose from. So that's really beautiful there. And then we have there's a lot of Gabriel here, can I just say? And then because the actual Gabriel card is coming out with all those children. So this could be like a child. Okay, first and foremost, I just need to say, when Gabriel is around, know that your inner child is safe and sound to come out and play. If you have children involved, real children involved, I can't do this when there are actual real children. I did a Joey. I know I said that before in some reading. It's so funny in Friends when Ross, whoever is a Friends nerd, Ross is trying to teach Joey the quotation marks, and he has no, like, and I don't think this is how he did it, but he basically does, like, my name is Joey. And Ross is like, oh, sweet Lord. You can't do that because your name actually is Joey. Oh, sorry. It's so funny. Anyway, you might have actual children around you, and those actual children are protected at this time by Gabriel. Know that they're safe and sound in whatever shift or whatever movement or whatever, if you have kids, know that they're safe and sound in the transformation that you're going through right now. If you don't have kids, this is about your inner child. And I also received something about this is your childhood dream. So even though you didn't know at 6 years old, this is exactly what I wanted to do, you still had dreams. You still had those dreams that you... I do apologize for that. That was the mailman, or mailwoman rather. But that's like, it could have come just as I cut in the... I could have just been in a pause here between this reading and your extended. So the fact that they're ringing the doorbell when I'm doing your reading is like, there's a lot of messages coming in right now. There's incoming information, incoming messages. And I was talking about this, like, ever since you were 6 years old. Perhaps you had this dream, or perhaps you were drawn to something. You were really into something, and you played it, you visualized it, you acted it out, and then it was put on ice. And this is like sort of saying Gabriel is bringing you back your childhood memories, the playfulness, the youth, the innocence around your, at this age, like, my little boy is such a teacher. He's such a teacher every day. To just realize like how much fantasy he has, I really have to unlock myself to just go where he goes. Not in once in his mind has he said, well, he will say, like, he wants to, like, button his jacket, or like zip up his jacket or something like that, and he can say, I can't do it. But like, not in a million ways does it ever said, that's too wild of a dream, that's too big of a fantasy, or dinosaur. We don't have dinosaurs now. Dinosaurs can't go like a lot of other times we're playing that the dinosaurs go to a grocery store, which couldn't tell that we're going a lot to the grocery store. But it's like, there's no limit. And so there's something about being brought back to your limitless way of thinking about your dreams as a child, as a wondrous child. The ice cream truck, to bring the playful fantasy and the playful way to go about it back. Okay? And then we have memories. Cherish memories of the loved ones, which I feel is very... It's almost like they're like intertwined, like they're belonging together somehow, some way. There's something about the continuation of these two cards, or the blending of them, that is like this. I'm remembering these things from my childhood. I'm being brought back to my childhood. So just a little clarification around these two cards, please, for Cancer. Six of Ariel, yeah. This is connecting again with your inner being. This is connecting with your dreams. And I usually say when you connect with your inner being, you do connect with your dreams, because your inner being and your dreams are the same thing. They're the non-physical energy of the wants that you... This is so profound. I just feel the profoundness around this. And it's like I haven't said this before, and it's not like you haven't heard this a million times before in various ways, but the dreams that you dream, your inner being creates it, becomes it, is it. And so when you go to connect, number 6, when you go to connect with your inner being, 6 is all about love, harmony, which is your inner being, which is the higher power. You connect with your inner being, your higher power. 6 of Ariel, which Ariel is all about the love, and she's all about the manifestation, is going to bear so much fruit. And it's going to be a beautiful balance to what you have put out for such a long time that is not going to be received back. Cancer. Ooh. I'm going to continue this in the extension. So if you feel like you're drawn to this reading today, you're so welcome to the extended reading. I just want to say I'm on the lookout for another platform than Vimeo, because I understand that there's a lot of people having difficulty to access it. So that's going to come up shortly if you're interested in looking into other ways. Like, yeah. And I do apologize for you guys who have had trouble with it. Come to Vimeo if you want to. The link is in the description box down below. If not, thank you so much for watching, Cancer. I was going to say happy new moon, but we're not there yet. So I don't know. Maybe we're going to start to feel the energy for the new moon that is on the 10th of June. Already, like around now. Bye.